Hello and welcome to another update video about AVAX. Wild movements on the AVAX chart, which started when it broke above our trend line here. And it continues to push against resistances here. We already identified the $18.54 level as key pivotal point, as key pivot. Then this structural resistance area here, which is between $20.50 and $23. That's the next barrier, really. The price needs to push. Price needs to push above. It's very hard to read this shorter time frame structure. Okay, very hard to read. So I wouldn't focus so much on that. It's anyway a chart that is likely just moving in a corrective rally. But then determining the structure of that is the challenge. So all I can tell you at the moment, the trend is obviously up, especially against the 50% retracement level. Yeah, we only have 3 waves up, so I'm using the 50% fib level. That is now at $13.10. If we get a sustained break below $13.10, the trend starts to break and it's losing its impulsive potential. The problem I have with this chart is that either, because some exchanges show the low here, some exchanges show the low here, that doesn't really matter so much. Either way, it's only a 3-wave move up, so a wave 4 and 5 would be needed at some point. I have no indication that a wave 4 has started yet, and then we can still get our wave 5. But the exact structure of this subwave count basically is unclear. So it's worth, from an analysis point of view at least, to watch for further pullbacks that could give us some clarity about where we are. Because if we get a corrective pullback that's very shallow, it's likely a 4 with a wave 5 to come. That could then form either the complete C wave or a wave 1 in a larger uptrend. That will be determined in the pullback that happens afterwards. So once we have 5 waves up, we can watch for an ABC pullback, give it a support zone. If it's holding that, we can escalate much higher. If it's breaking it, that was it. And the bearish count takes its course, okay? So I think bottom line is you need to be aware of the level when the trend breaks, which I gave you. That's at the same time as a threshold from where a wave 4 pullback will get unlikely and we go into a deeper pullback. It's also worth to be aware of the key resistance levels. I would call that $22.80 level pretty much here a breakout point, because there is not much resistance then until we get to $30.70, and then we get into this larger Fibonacci area for this larger degree wave 2. Again, it takes a break above $82.20, a sustained break, to consider or to tell us with confidence that we are en route to all-time highs. Until then, we are tracking an uptrend as long as the support levels are holding, but it likely is embedded in a corrective structure. It can escape this corrective structure once it breaks above $82.23 in 5 waves. So until then, risk management has to be our focus. We're still tracking the uptrend, doesn't make a difference, but we're tracking the move into the red resistance zone. Can always fail earlier because we're dealing with a corrective structure to the upside. Yeah, so be aware of that. But yeah, so obviously the low could be in. I explained to you in the last videos that there are bullish structures. We never broke long-term bullish support at $6.25, but structurally, a chart that topped in 3 waves in 2021 just doesn't give us a very clearly bullish outlook. Something bullish can happen from here, and bullish is anyway a question of time frame. The smaller time frame is bullish. The larger time frame needs to prove it, and we need to see 5 waves above the $82 level. Okay, that is just a key threshold. But for me, it doesn't matter if I'm tracking a corrective rally or let's say a bullish rally that can take us to all-time highs. At the moment, they are the same. They are the same, but the $82 level will be the pivot between an ongoing bearish scenario on this chart and a rally to new all-time highs, which will then take us above $150. Short-term, the trend is up. You should be aware of all the key levels now. Key Fibonacci support, which is when the trend breaks, and then here the breakout point to the upside. At the moment, in the short term, it's still pushing. Yeah, there's quite a bit of bullish sentiment. Yeah, we'll see. This could turn into wave 4, what's happening here at the moment. But I need to see if we make a higher high. If not, and the move up is corrective, then I'm watching for a C wave down that could complete wave 4. And that's sort of the support areas I gave you for that, right? That would actually look quite nice in terms of proportions. Wave 2, wave 4, and then a wave 5 to the upside afterwards. Yeah, that's my update about AVAX. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.